Hello, everyone, and welcome to our March General Energy Forecast. So for this March, normally when I do our General Energy Forecast for the month, I will break it up into each week, and for each week I'll pull cards. But instead, I was inspired by Kyile Grey's Seekers of the Light deck, and within that deck, there is a spread. It's a 7-card spread. And I was just really inspired to use that spread for this week. Now, I did alter it a little bit just because of some of the energies we're working with. And we're actually going to start with what is our theme for this month. And as you'll see behind me in this beautiful background, it's all about creativity. And so the general theme for the month of March is creativity. But what is creativity? Well, if we look at it from a spiritual lens, creativity is when we allow the divine to express itself through us, through writing, painting, singing, dancing, whatever creative outlet we want to use, and we allow the divine to express itself through us in that way to bring that expression through to form. So that is our overall energy. Also, with this card, if you'll notice, we have some two blossoms there. So again, we're coming into this, we are blossoming into this. And then to kind of give us that other little nod, we have this eclipse that you can see starting to happen in the card, and we are entering into that eclipse season. I know for the state that I live in, we're actually going to be right in the line of totality of the I believe April 4th eclipse. So very excited about that. So then I asked Spirit, okay, so Spirit, what's the best way that we can really start to work with that creativity? And the card we got from the answer is simple, is talk to God or talk to the universe. And so we see this person sitting here in quiet listening. Remember, prayer and meditation are opportunities for us to have that discussion with the divine. Not only for us to receive messages, but also for us to have that conversation with the divine in whatever way, shape, or form. Maybe it's through prayer, maybe it's through meditation, maybe it's through, a variety of different means. But we are asked this month, if we really want to tap into our creativity, we really need to tap in to our source. We really need to start talking to our source, because oftentimes what happens with creativity is we're like, okay, well, what do I want to create? And where do I want to create it? How do I want to do it? Well, there's a lot of I there. And what we want to do is we want to take that little I, our ego I, our body I, our personality I, we want to take that out of it. We want to say, okay, divine, what would you like to create through me? And you see the difference there. One is, okay, what do I want to create? And the other one is, what would you like to create through me? What would you like to express through me? And that then is going to lead us to where we all are collectively. And collectively, we are here at the wishing well. We have a desire to create. We are ready for that. And this card asks us to follow those desires, to follow that impulse. If it's to write a book, if it's to write a new song, if it's to write a new poem, we follow that impulse. It's not about shutting it down or shutting it off or putting it off until, tomorrow. It's following that, because those prompts are the divine leading us exactly where we need to be in order to be of highest and best service to the collective. And that could be, doing a beautiful mural. That could be just writing a beautiful post that speaks to someone who needs it in that moment. We don't know. What we do know is that we want to follow that impulse. But another caveat with this card, though, is to remember that all that glitters is not gold. We're not looking for fool's gold here. We're not just going, oh, here, I should go here. Oh, I should go there. We are following that intuitive insight. We are following that hit that just is that firm and positive yes, or move there, go here. That's what we're following. Because we see here, I mean, this whole entire well is filled with gold. It's there for the taking. The divine is ready to express itself through us. All we have to do is follow the prompts. And that also means letting go of attachment to any specific way in which the divine has to or should express through us. Allow the divine to lead. It knows your talents better than you do. Just like the divine knows, I have the gift of gab. I love to talk. I love to be able to share knowledge. And so I have a platform in which I can do that. And again, the divine knows you better than you know you. It knows your purpose. It knows why it put you here. It knows where you can be of best service. So we follow the impulse, but we let go of the expectation of what it's going to look like, what it should look like, where we should go, how it should be. And that's going to lead us to our challenge of this month, which is the Camel Boy in reverse. And it basically is telling us, do the mundane, like stop trying to busy yourself with like, oh, how should I do this? How is this going to get done? So forth and so on. There's that card that says, or that saying that says, chop the wood, carry the water, because in those moments, that's where the divine's going to speak to us, not when we're trying to figure it out. So just put it down and just do what's in front of you to do. And if you get that, intuitive nudge of, you know what? I really feel like painting a picture. Okay, great. Finish whatever you're doing and then go paint a picture. If it's like, oh, I just feel like singing, or I feel like writing this song down, or I'm hearing this beautiful melody, great, wonderful. Finish whatever you're doing and then go write it down. A teacher of mine, Robin Duncan, she said, if the divine gives you a recipe for lemon bars, write it down. It doesn't mean you're going to make that recipe right then, right there. It just means that in the future, you might need a recipe for lemon bars, and now you're going to have it. So now what we're going to do is we're going to move to what ascended master are we going to be working with? And we actually have the beautiful Joan of Arc, which is all about that voice for truth, standing strong, focusing on your purpose. Remember, your purpose here is to be happy. Your purpose is to be that vessel for the divine to come through. And we want to release the fear of persecution and just speak our truth or express our truth in whatever way, shape, or form best works for us. Okay, and then we have our next card, which is what guide are we working with? And the guide we're working with is no surprise. We're working with our creativity guide. And this says, whatever situation you may find yourself in, whatever sticky situation, whatever challenging situation you may find yourself in, the card says, when life gives you lemons, you make lemonade. And our creative guide is there to help us to really find that creativity, to find that creative solution. But again, we have to let go of what we think and what we think we know, how we think it should be done, so that we can be led to these beautiful, wonderful, creative solutions. Okay. And then we have, lastly, if this is what our angels want us to know. And I went to the Oracle of the Angels, which is a beautiful affirmational deck. It's one of my very favorites. And our first card that we got is moving towards the light. I find a hidden blessing in each of my challenges, or as I like to say, opportunities for growth. I am forever transforming, evolving, and progressing along my path. So, right there, we're moving towards the light. We're moving towards the truth of who we are. We're moving towards the light that we are. So I love that card, no matter what situation we may find ourselves in. And then we have, lastly, card number 26, which I think is a beautiful reminder of our first card, Talk to God, because it says, in times of stress or conflict, I focus on creating a space of calm and harmony within. My inner world creates my reality. I ask the universe for help to guide me and enlighten me so that I may master my thoughts and emotions. I am peaceful. I mean, how absolutely beautiful is that for the month of March? So we have our opportunity for growth. We have our challenge, which is basically to just, chop the wood, chop the wood, carry the water, and do what's in front of us to do, and to speak our truth so that we can move towards the light. And we move towards that light by following those intuitive impulses. And so that's our reading for March. Now, also for March, I am beginning to open up my 8 weeks of guidance course, which is 8 weeks where we spend together live on Zoom in a group or individually, depending on how many people are going to be signing up. I do usually limit it to about 10 people because that is usually a good number for everyone to have partners and to do the activities that we're going to do. So if you are interested in signing up for that, or interested in just like, what is it? How can I learn? What am I going to learn? I'm going to put the link to the landing page here in the description of the video. So that way you can just go check it out at your leisure. I will not be fully opening up the class probably until about April. So you have a whole month to kind of look at that. And on my landing page, you're going to see exactly what it's about. I have a syllabus there. I also have 5 free days of training where we just kind of go over some basic concepts. And I just kind of give you some tips and tools, techniques that you can use to really start tuning into guidance. And I think for this month, it's so important to tune into that guidance so that we can really be those channels for the divine creations that want to come through us. Remember, we're divine co-creators. We are not the masters of the creations. We are merely the paintbrushes that paint them onto reality, that paint them on here to the physical world. So I thank you for joining me. Thank you for being here, and I'll talk to you all soon. Bye for now.